Well, you know, the City Council, just like the Birmingham Civil Rights Movement, turns 50 this year. And through those 50 years, we've had a lot of changes, a lot of progress. But in conjunction with the celebration, we're 50. Probably the most noticeable progress in the city has to be the working relationships between blacks and whites, and now Latinos in the city. Birmingham actually does have a really great record with working with all minorities, all ethnic groups. Of course, we still have some bumps, but for the most part, I think that's something we can be proud of, that we are a city of diversity and that we are a city that welcomes all of those ethnicities and their cultures to be a part of our very small melting pot. In the council district that I represent, it just so happens that there were not just 4 girls killed in the 1963 bombing in September. Actually, there were 5 kids killed. And one of those kids was a young man whose name was Virgil Ware. Virgil Ware was 13 years old, and he was riding on the handlebars of his brother's bike. They had gone to their uncle's junkyard to look for a second bike because he had gotten a new paper route. And on the way back from his uncle's place of business, there were 2 others who were riding in the car, 2 European Americans, 2 white Americans, and they were teenagers as well for the most part. And the story is that they wanted to scare the 2 black teenagers, but it just so happens that one of the bullets did strike Virgil Ware squarely in the chest, and he was killed. A lot of people don't really know the Virgil Ware story, not even in Birmingham, but we like to think that there were 5 young martyrs on that day in September 1963 that occurred in an area called Sandusky, which is a part of Council District 9. You know, there was a guy who lived in Birmingham. He's now deceased. His name was Tommy Wren, and he always talked about how the Birmingham movement was the movement that changed the world. And clearly South Africa's movement was based on Birmingham's movement. And a lot of the tactics that were used here in Birmingham were based on tactics used in India by Mahatma Gandhi. So what I would like for people to know is that Birmingham is still about the business of changing the world for social rights, human rights, and certainly for rights for women, for other ethnic minorities, and just committed to equality across the board. That's the lesson that I like to be taken from this celebration of the 50th years, that we all should be committed no matter what. If we're ever going to be welcome to the table of brotherhood, then we have to practice absolute inclusiveness no matter what.